And we are back. Hatid na naman ang maiinit at kapupulutan ng aral na kwentuhan. Kami ang
Kaja, in short for Kali and Shane, ang inyong kajaming tuwing hating gabi.
Once again, tonight our topic is quite interesting and I am very excited to dive into it and learn.
Yes, I agree with you, Jane. However, medyo ni ibang episode natin ngayong gabi because we're going to talk about and listen to our friends talk about pop culture, specifically the Frankfurt School and culture industry.
To all our popular culture enthusiasts, you guys might be familiar with the Frankfurt School and its perspective about popular culture. Tonight, we are going to dive into that and why the school has been a target of criticisms. Of course, we also have to tackle the work of Theodore Adorno, who is one of the key figures of Frankfurt School.
Guys, I know the topic led out by James for tonight podcast are a bit overwhelming, but don't be. Chill lang kayo dyan. As mentioned before, this episode is a little different from the usual ones because we will be having a continuous discussion and sharing of ideas to give the floor to our guest for today's episode.
Simulan na ba natin?
Tara, let us now listen to our first speaker.
Ready to hear the origins of the Frankfurt School? Settle to Cod Jamming Tonight podcast to hear more about Frankfurt School and the culture industry. Tap the banner to learn more.
Hello, hello, hello! Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ka Jamming Podcast. We are back with another interesting episode, but before everything else, let me first introduce myself. I am Gab, and tonight we are talking about the origins of the Frankfurt School and culture industry. Starting with Frankfurt School, it is a school of social theory and critical philosophy associated with the Institute for Social Research. The Freudian, Marxist, and Hegelian foundations of idealist philosophy form the foundation of the Frankfurt School's critical research approach. This study aimed to build a theoretical critique of contemporary capitalism by exposing the social tensions underlying the then emerging capitalist societies and their corresponding ideologies. It was set up by a group of left-wing German Jewish intellectuals from the upper and middle classes of German society in 1923 and was founded in Weimar Republic. Among the famous members of the Frankfurt School, Max Horkheimer was the first one who took over as director in 1930 and recruited the first generation of talented theorists, including Theodor Adorno, Erich Fromm, Herbert Marcuse, and Walter Benjamin. But they were forced to leave after the Nazi Party's rise to power in Germany in 1930s. While in the early 1940s, the school was temporarily situated in New York and the Institute for Social Research joined the Columbia University community in 1949. The leading theorists returned to Germany and developed the critical theory. There are 4 elements of an ideal critical theory. These are explaining what is wrong with the current social reality, identifying the factors to change it, providing clear norms for criticizing it, and providing achievable practical goals for social transformation. The fascist state of Nazi Germany, Soviet, Marxist totalitarianism, and American monopoly, consumer capitalism were crucial features of the context in which the Frankfurt School's analysis of popular culture and the mass media emerged and developed. The school's theory of modern capitalism and its perception of the culture industry's influence over people's thoughts and behavior are the foundations of its interpretation of popular culture. So I guess that would be all for the origins of the Frankfurt School. Let us hear more about the theory of commodity fetishism from Iskali and Rosanna. Thank you guys!
Hello mga kajaming, gulat kayo ano? Ang host niyo ay isa sa mga speaker for tonight. So moving on, Rosa, that was an indeed a great starter from Gav to introduce our talk for today. Since now we will start discussing how Marx theory became an inspiration to Adorno's work in the view of cultural forms.
I truly agree with that, Callie, and I am very excited to dig deeper into our talk about the theory of commodity fetishism. Pero bago yan, let us first watch a very special advertisement na mukhang pinagandaan talaga nila para sa atin.
O, di ba? Ang aesthetic ng advertisement ng Kajas para sa pag-uusapan natin ngayon.
Actually, apart from aesthetic, malapit talaga sila sa puso ko, Kali. And since itong advertisement natin ay saktong-sakto rin siya para sa topic natin for today.
So, it reminds me of the theory of Karl Marx about the commodity fetishism. It explains that the commodities that are fetish in such a manner are not viewed in terms of their use value. Like sa advertisement ng Kaja, na does the fan of Stray Kids avail the product because it has use for them? Kasi I remember that they had a promo that when you reach a certain amount of purchase in bench, you can have a ticket eh. So in this, thus the fan avails the materials for the sole purpose of the ticket, but not the usefulness of the product. And by that, it can be determined as exchange value.
I can totally agree with that, Kali. And can I also just share na yung theory ni Karl Marx na yan ay naging base din for a theory ni Adorno and yung Frankfurt School in order to analyze how cultural forms, popular music as an example, para ma-secure yung domination ng capitalism in terms of economic, political, and ideological means. I remember na ginawa niya example of how music is marketed, just like investing to having a concert ticket. According to Adorno, the value of money or the cost of commodities or goods, including yung concert tickets nga, defines and controls social relations in capitalist societies. He also stated nga that this is the real secret of success since it can present how exchange value exerts its power in a special way in the realm of cultural goods.
So, if we're going to relate the topic ni Adorno sa nangyari sa system of buying ng tickets sa Stray Kids, so with the partnership ni Bench and ni Stray Kids Management, na sales stock nila yung consumers to avail sa Bench, even though they don't need to buy a massive amount of clothes or other product ni Bench. So they want lang na mag-buy for the tickets. And that kind of strategy is a capitalism indeed. That is why capitalists are rich because they know how to catch the wants of consumers, di ba?
Legit. Ayun nga. Actually, Kali, may similarities lang din to dun sa insights ni Adorno wherein we are considered to be a victim or victims of commodity fetishism in which social interactions and cultural enjoyment are objectified and subordinated to money because we worship the expense of concert ticket rather than the performance itself. In turn, this implies na yung real underlying use value ay hindi na yung musical performance itself, but rather the exchange value or the ticket price. Or yung ticket price na nga. Kumbaga, yung exchange value, yun yung function nito takes over as a disguise of use value na.
I know, right? Ang galing ni Adorno sa sinabi niya. It's such amazing. So going back to the advertisement na napakita kanina, we have a question sa mga ka-jamming natin tonight.
Ay, nako, Kali. Gusto ko yung mga ganyan, yung mga pinag-overthink
Diba?
natin yung mga ka-jammings natin. So, ano ba yung question mo? Mukhang mainit-init yan.
Siyempre, pinaghandaan natin ito. So, as a consumer, do you use this product because it's useful? Or do you avail this product because it was advertised by your idol?
Ay, nako, bet ko yung question na yan kahit medyo tinatamaan ako, Kali, ha? Kasi it makes me wonder sa mga gastos ko every time we go out. Napakagastos natin kahit sinabi natin mag-iipon na tayo. Sorry.
Diba? Iba talaga yung ang gastos pag new products and na-advertise pa ng mga favorite artists natin. Minsan, ang impulsive natin, kahit di naman kailangan napapabili tayo, diba?
Tama na, Kali. Sakit na. Pero dahil dyan, tigilan natin yung kwentuhan natin at hayaan na natin ang mga listeners natin ang sumagot nito sa Twitter using our hashtag #kajamingtonight.
So, totoo, overtime na tayo. Pinapagalitan na rin tayo ni host Jane. So,
Sorry,
thank
host
you
Jane.
mga ka-jamming for listening. I hope you learned something sa ating kwentuhan tonight.
At marami pa tayong mapapakinggan ngayon, kaya stay tuned. Saan lang kayo.